What's going on, you guys? I'm just chilling, about to head home. Just went and grabbed me a bite to eat, about to head home, about to take me a quick nap, then get out and head to the gym, work out, stay in shape, do some, just do some stuff to stay in shape. But nevertheless, man, I wanted to basically touch on another subject, and particularly going into Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, and all the in-betweens, before the fight even was made official, leading up to the fight, and then post-fight. One of the biggest things that I seen, which made me start to laugh at people and really look at them funny, was based how these dudes would be sitting up here talking crazy. And then just some of the ways some of these dudes behave themselves. Listen, I'm in my 40s. I'm pushing 50. I'm gonna be 40 died in September, but I stay in shape and stuff. I need to get in better shape, which I am. I'm about to change my diet completely. Start eating a little bit more healthier stuff, eating more vegetables and all that stuff, even though I can't stand vegetables. But there's a way you can make vegetables more tastier than what some of them can be. But nevertheless, got to get prepared, but I stay in shape. But one of the things that I seen, and I'm going to keep saying this, I put most of this division and this disdain that happened between, boxing and boxing fans and casuals, whatever you want to call them, I blamed it. And I strictly will blame and put most of the blame on these Errol Spence apologists. I think, like I said, the biggest notion was that they hoped the fight would never happen so they can say that Terrence Crawford ducked Errol Spence. Because I think in reality, when they saw what Terrence Crawford was doing when he won undisputed and he said he was moving up, because at the time Errol Spence was making his way and making his rounds around 147, started to build a name for himself. Keep in mind what made people take notice to Errol Spence, I think was the 2016 Olympics, and that's when the PBC sort of came about. And Errol Spence fought on the card, I think it was on NBC, and that's how people got familiar with Errol Spence. And they started to build Errol Spence up. And then, you started to see him build the following. And then a lot of the following came from people that was from the Dallas area. But some people got radical with their support of Errol Spence. Listen, I love Andre Ward. I know he from the Bay and everything. But I wasn't a radical Andre Ward, fan. I wasn't a radical Andre Ward apologist, because I criticized Andre Ward on certain things that he said that I didn't agree with. But for the most part, I wasn't what you call a extremist. I wasn't what you call an extremist. But you had Errol Spence extremists. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The moment Bud announced that he was moving up to 147, I think, to be honest, even though these people were trying to make it look like they wanted it to happen, the fight, I think it was a lot of false bravado, a lot of fake testosterone. And then what these guys were famously doing was sitting up here bullying, trying to bully, trying to troll, trying to disrespect people, trying to basically play the black community up against each other. And I just want to say to you dudes, middle finger to y'all. And as Terrence Crawford started to make noise at 147, you started to see people start to try to diminish him and try to say that he wasn't that good and he wasn't fighting anybody. And you had people, these fanagers trying to sit up there and say he need to do this, he need to leave Top Rank, he need to come to the PBC and all this stuff, because people were emotionally invested in Al Heyman, and how Heyman got people to believe that he was, well, actually he didn't. You had other people that was trying to put that persona and attach that to Al Heyman. And then slowly but surely, you started to see that wasn't true about Al Heyman. Al Heyman, the only color he cares about is green. But at the same time, I will give Al Heyman credit. He did build a good brand with the PBC. And what he did was he played off the fact that his name was attached to it. And then sometimes you have people like me that was like, okay, Al Heyman is black and, we gonna support this. But then you slowly started to see some of the politics that was going on and some of the things that was going on behind the scenes, especially when you were media trying to get inside, trying to cover fights. You started to see a lot of the BS that was going on. And then, and so on and so on and so on. And then, once again, you had people sitting up here trying to play this role that if you didn't support the PBC, you was some kind of sellout. If you wasn't signed to the PBC, you was some kind of sellout. You was some kind of coon. But then you started to see, well, damn, it feel like the PBC seems to put the non-black fighters on a higher pedestal than the black fighters. And it looked like the only ones they was really rallying behind and trying to promote was Wilder, and to a certain degree, Spence. Because they thought they could turn Spence into the next pay-per-view star, as long as they matched him up with certain opponents that suited his style. But you saw for years that there was just this thing, and I saw it, a lot of other people noticed, who was fair, impartial, non-biased when it came to fighters. I didn't give a damn what promotional company they was representing. I just wanted to see the best fight the best. But then now, post Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight, you starting to see that maybe this was all a illusion about the PBC, because I came with some interesting statistics and people gave me a blueprint and gave me some things to research. When one of my subs said, hey, Tail, do you know the PBC has a losing record versus Top Rank? And an overwhelming losing record versus Top Rank. So I went and did some research and I was like, this is absolutely true. And thank you to the guy that suggested this. So now we're trying to come to just basically this conclusion that maybe the PBC wasn't what we all thought it was. Did they really, or do they truly have the best fighters? Or is because they're getting matched with a lot of these in-house fights? Because you got to ask yourself, you should see more outside fights made on a regular basis. You shouldn't see this stuff about, well, he fights for this network and that network. It can be done. And it's not just the PBC. You see this with Matchroom at times. Listen, it is no reason why Arthur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol shouldn't happen or shouldn't have happened. And that's just real talk. Bivol hasn't fought in a while. They could have made this fight happen. But you just hearing this stuff about Bivol, he wants certain kind of money to fight Arthur Beterbiev. Well, you know what? If he doesn't want to fight Arthur Beterbiev and he wants certain type of money, then ask him to vacate. Ask him to vacate if you don't want to have unification, or one dude basically having all the belts, because I guess that's sanctioning fees for all four of the major belts. So there you have it. Now, I'm not digressing. I'm just going to tie this all together and conclude this. But what I saw, like I said, was from the fanboys. Like I said, the bullying, people getting attitudes like chicks. basically getting mad at you, making innuendos. And then the funny thing is, like I said, these people were black. One of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of black people have is when you don't respond to them and you just, take the high road. For some reason, people think that it's fear. You're just like, okay, I'm just ignoring you and I'm just like, kind of like, I'm not tripping. But when they keep like saying stuff and making innuendos, you have to respond. And I feel like that's what got did to me by, certain people. And I'm not saying their names because I don't have to. I told you I don't give nobody free advertisement. These dudes, like I said, was trying to turn into YouTube Deebos. But they was acting more like Damon. The substitute Deebo from Friday After Next, and you know what was up with him. So that's how a lot of these dudes conducted themselves. And this went on for years. People making innuendos on, chat lines and all this stuff, saying little slick stuff. And now that Aerosmith got beat from pillar to post, they getting attitudes because, at the end of the day, you just poking fun at Aerosmith, so they getting little attitudes like the big bitches that they are. And I'm going to continue to have my fun with this. If Terrence Crawford had got beat from pillar to post, you would see all kind of posts. But the guy that they was rooting for got the brakes beat off of him. Now, there are people talking like somebody ran from them when they saw him in a certain place. Where'd you get that notion from? I looked right at you. Why didn't you say something? I promise you, I would have said something. I mean, you need, and I'm going to say this to this dude. Listen, John Coffey. You need to quit thinking that somebody is scared of you. Ain't nobody scared of your goofy looking ass. I mean, for real, Green Mile. Ain't nobody scared of you, fake Deebo. But now, when you sitting up making insinuations like you go run up on somebody, I never said I wanted any physical beef with you. But if that's what you want, you can get it. And it's not going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. And I shouldn't even be saying this, but now when you start like, you done took this way too personal. You done got way too emotionally invested in this. Your guy got his ass beat. And just leave it at that. What part you don't understand? You just can't be going around like insinuating stuff. Because at the end of the day, when you insinuate stuff, that give me a chance to prepare. And I'm going to be ready. If you try something. Just keep it pushing. But stop making it look like, somebody ran from you. I'll look right at your big goofy ass. You are lame. And nobody is afraid of you, dude. And I'm going to say this again. Ain't nobody, I can say what I want to say about Terrence Crawford whooping Aerosmith's ass. If you that emotionally distraught over what happened to Aerosmith, I'm going to say this again. Seek therapy, bro. For real. Go lay on that couch. But don't be sitting up acting like you going to insinuate that you going to just pull up on me. Not a good idea, dude. It really ain't. You need to knock this off, bro. That's real talk. Go on about your business, dude. If you happen to see me at the same venue or event, just keep it pushing. Don't come near me. Don't attempt to say nothing to me. And the thing is, on the real, I don't even respect niggas like you. You got mad at me for no reason and got an attitude with me for no reason because I didn't want to become an Aerosmith apologist and an Aerosmith butt boy. That ain't what no man do, bro. That ain't no G shit. That ain't no street shit. That's chick shit. I ain't never told nobody UK support Aerosmith. I ain't never got mad if somebody told me that they thought Aerosmith was going to win. Oh, man, I don't want to talk to you. But that's what people did to me. So, bro, leave it alone, bro. It's not really that serious, man. But stop sending your little innuendos, homeboy. If you got a problem with me, be a man and call me on the phone like a man, bro. And stop trying to show out in front of a group of other people. Just like this other bitch ass, like that other bitch ass baby animal looking nigga tried to do. But when I called him on the phone, the nigga changed his whole tune. But that's cool though. Because you can get it too. But I took the high road and just, you know, blocked the dude. Because I already know he ain't gonna do nothing. But for real, dude, it ain't that serious, man. It's not that serious. Leave it alone, dude. For real. You know, peace. But yeah, I had to address this, and I'm not finna talk about this no more. Get it together, dude. For real. You looking real weak out here. If you had a problem, once again, tell me what the problem was, and you could have called me. Don't have nobody else call me. You call me. And we'll see can we fix it. If not, we go our separate ways. Don't ever speak to each other and leave it at that. But if you try to approach me and I feel like you finna try something, I'll do what I have to do. Anyway, it's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.